We sat down with Josh Heupel out there in Atlanta SEC Media Days, and he made it very clear to us on Radio Row there is going to be a true quarterback battle in Knoxville this fall. So I got some thoughts for you around that quarterback battle. We'll unpack those right now. Before we do that, though, Tennessee fans, make sure you are subscribed. If you want more content around your Vols, the best way to let us know that is by subscribing to the channel. The way this works, we get to see how many subscriptions we get from any given video. So if y'all show up for this video and it's like, oh, Tennessee fans, we already knew this, y'all are dialed in, then we make sure there's some supply to meet your demand. So we appreciate y'all being locked in, appreciate y'all being subscribed. So I want to just reiterate what I said at the top. It will be a true battle. It will be a battle. Now, I got some thoughts around bringing in Joey Aguilar from App State / UCLA, but logistically, if that's the case, there should be somewhat of a head start for Jake Merklinger, no? Because think about it this way. He's had 2 springs and a fall camp already under his belt, plus a full season at Tennessee to have digested this offense. Joey Aguilar is trying to figure this out during fall camp. I mean, George McIntyre, early enrollee true freshman, he's even got a full spring practice on Joey Aguilar. So if you're going by purely who's able to be most up to speed with the playbook, it should be Jake Merklinger. Now, can Jake Merklinger take even another step forward during fall camp, kick it up a notch, and just prove like, hey, I'm not just like the guy who knows the most about this offense. I'm the guy who runs this offense the best. Then it's his job. I think Josh Heupel, just with how he operates, he's proven via the whole Nico stuff, via the whole Boo Carter stuff, like he's going to put Tennessee and winning football games ahead of everything else. So Joey Aguilar, I know we brought you in here and probably are going to give you every opportunity to win the starting job. If you're not the guy that's going to give us the best chance to win on Saturdays in Neyland, like we're not going to play you. We're going to play the other guy. And so I say all that, but I just want to make sure we get this clear. Jake Merklinger has the head start in my mind now, whether it's true or not. In my mind, he is the guy that is in position to have the most momentum starting fall camp. Now, is that the case? Remains to be seen. Now, I say all of that while speaking out of the other side of my mouth to tell you I think it's going to be Joey Aguilar that starts game 1 for you against Syracuse. The reason why I feel that way, if you felt like you had a guy that could start or that would start tomorrow for you at Tennessee, I don't think you would have gone out and gotten a quarterback that was a starting caliber kind of guy at the P4 level. Because even before you went out and got Joey Aguilar was going to start at UCLA. All right, like make that very, very clear. This guy is a Power 4 starting quarterback. Also, I know this isn't necessarily like the end-all be-all for Josh Heupel, but if we're following the money, I think they're paying him like a starting quarterback. That's just my feel on this. I don't know the exact numbers, but that's just kind of my feel on this. I think it's very fair to assume that you brought Joey Aguilar in there to have every chance to win and be your starting quarterback. All right, you can't put a value on experience. Is why I think he's going to end up actually being your starting quarterback. And the thing with Tennessee is, the Nico thing still probably sits weird with you when you think about it for too long, but this isn't a roster that you're just punting on and saying, man, we lost Nico, so therefore the season's lost, whatever. This was still, I think, a really good defense and still a lot of pieces on this offense, internally at least in Knoxville, where there was reason to be excited. So with that being the case, you have a quarterback now that's actually played Division I college football at a high enough level to bring him into your program. I don't think you can overvalue or over-quantify what that means for you in the big games, especially early on in your season. Because for Tennessee, there's not really a massive ramp-up period, which is why I think you go with the guy who has experience playing college football. We don't have time to figure it out as a starting quarterback and figure out your bearings. You play Syracuse week 1, and I think Syracuse is a sneaky good football team. As long as Fran Brown's on the other sideline, I would have a little bit of, I don't know if anxiety is the right word, but it would have my attention. You play East Tennessee, then you play Georgia. There's no runway there. Like East Tennessee, maybe you can use as a tune-up, find your footing kind of game. You would hope that's what that is. I think that's what that will be. But like you got Georgia the next week. There's not this, let's play a couple FCS schools, then by October. No, it's you got Georgia, your 3rd game of the season. You have got to be dialed in. You have got to know who your starting quarterback is. So if you need to use the Syracuse game, the first half of that, to play a couple guys to figure it out, I mean, I guess that's something you could be okay with, but I think you go with the guy who's not going to have the sped-up heart rate, sped-up shot clock, big eyes, shaky hands when they take that snap in the first SEC contest against Georgia when Nealon's rocking. So again, I think Joey Aguilar, for that experience reason, is going to be your starting quarterback. Now, if he doesn't win the job, obviously, we'll have all the intel over for you at VolQuest, Tennessee's on 3 site. Best in the business now, Brent Hubbs, Eric Kane, Austin Price, all the intel there. So get a membership over there to stay in tune with everything during fall camp. But here's what that will tell me, whether it's out there in the public or not. Here's what I will assume is the case if Joey Aguilar does not win the starting job during fall camp. Josh Heupel, I think last year told us exactly how he's going to operate, or maybe his tolerance at quarterback. I'm okay if I have to lean on my defense. If we can't totally get it right on offense, I don't love that, but if we have to run the football and play good defense and score in the 20s to win games, we'll do that. He's not going to play a style of offense where our quarterback's turnover prone and we put our defense in bad positions. I don't think that's going to be the way that Josh Heupel does things. So if Joey Aguilar, again, back to my point, doesn't win the job, I think that tells you those turnover issues that existed during his college career so far, where he's had 2 years of double-digit INTs, I think that persists and shows you that's an issue during fall camp, where it's like, Joey, we brought you here to have the chance to win the job, but you're giving the ball to the other team. I'm not going to put our defense in that spot. We're too good on defense. We have too much depth, I think, by how we've recruited over the course of the last few cycles, how we've added via the portal. We have too much on this roster to live with turnovers. So with that being the case, I think that's what that would tell you. But again, I think it's a thing where he wins the job. I think he will be dialed into the offense. I think Heupel will get him up to speed. But it will be a true battle in Knoxville. I'll say it one more time. I am predicting Joey Aguilar to win the job. But Jake Merklinger, this is your chance now, baby. A little staggered start action. Get some momentum into fall camp. Would love to see that for him, but it'll be a good battle. And ultimately, man, I'll say one more thing here. This is the last thought we finish out. Good coaches, the best coaches, they maximize their battles. So it's not just hey, who played the best during fall camp? Great, you won the job on merit. It's the battle itself. There was enough pressure applied to you, maybe it's situationally during practice, maybe it's how you're meeting, maybe it's just the competitive juice of it all. The best coaches get the best player out of those battles. So Joey Aguilar will be a better player for this battle. Same thing with Merklinger, same thing with GMAC, and really for the whole roster. So I can't wait to watch it. I'm excited to see who ends up being the guy game 1 against Syracuse. I think that'll be Joey A, but that's why they play the games, why they have the practices, and why college football is the best sport on the face of the planet. Appreciate y'all being subscribed. Appreciate y'all being dialed in. Caden Smith on the 1s and the 2s for myself, JD PicKell. We will keep this party rolling. We will see y'all next time.